has a
I really need
question.
to say this because I don't want this to end up where we're all having fun talking about a party and people on a board. Because that's not what all of this issue really is about. This issue is not about that there was no one on the board. It was not about any of those things. What this issue is about is the categorical dismissing of this artistic staff without bringing it either to the artistic staff for input or bringing it to the Board of Advocates for input or bringing it to the board for input. In that there was a complete sideswiping, and I don't care about if there were discussions earlier that the cuts would have to be made. There's hundreds of ways to deal with budgets, and all of the people here, many of the people here deal with tiny budgets every year. They take on 2 and 3 jobs every year in order to manage their budgets. So we understand about budgets, and we understand about being fiscally responsible. We all do. We really do. But there are a wide variety of ways to deal with budgets. And no one came to the Board of Advocates, of which I was previously a member, and not a small donor, and said, we could lose our artistic staff. What can we do? Or no one went to the artistic staff and saying, we are going to lose not some staff members, but the artistic staff. What can we do? And this is a horrific affront to the artistic director himself, who has been nothing but successful. It is an affront to the artistic community because it's saying, we eliminate you because your salary is the biggest, so we get rid of that. And we're going to give that job to someone who was not vetted for the job. We're going to give the job to someone who says he can do this job but has no experience in 3/5 of the work that we do here. Now, I have no issues with Eric as a manager. None. I don't think anybody has had issues with Eric as a manager. But we all feel that Eric should have said, I can't do that. I can't do that. Maybe I can do it in 3 years when I know this community, when I understand, when I know the people in this community, since 85% of the artists come from the community. And all that committee would have had to do is say, hey, you've got to cut the salary of the artistic director. You can't afford it full time. Why don't you stay here for the year? Will you stay here for the year, retaining you, the artistic director? Working on a freelance basis because we have to cut the money. And then at the end of the year, we'll see if we were able to turn this around. We can refund the position. If not, then you can decide what you want to do. Not what you just say, you're gone. But come back and do all this work for us anyway. It's an affront. It is a horrific, horrific affront. And that is why we have always talked. Because we feel any of us could be just blacked out. It's wrong. It's horrible.